At 10, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
And we begin tonight at the Capitol after lawmakers passed the state's budget. Good evening, I'm Penn Goldman.
And I'm Jen Bernstein. Thank you so much for joining us. The budget includes the largest income tax cut in state history, and it's now heading to the governor's desk. Fox 61's Gabby Molina has been following the budget vote for the past 2 days. She joins us live at the state capitol with how lawmakers are reacting tonight. Gabby.
Jen and Ben, in previous years, it's been a race against the clock to get the budget passed, and not always with support from both Democrats and Republicans. But this year, the budget is headed to the governor's desk a full day before the end of the legislative session and with overwhelming support.
Budget is adopted.
An almost unanimous vote for final approval of the state budget. The state Senate passing the bill Tuesday after about 5 hours of discussion.
I'm very glad it passed 35-1. I think that's a mark and a testament to Senator Looney. It's a testament to the folks who put the budget together, and it shapes our state for the next 2 years.
Both Democrats and Republicans showing their support in the Senate and the House of Representatives, which passed the bill in the early overnight hours.
What the budget, has in it are a lot of initiatives from both sides of the aisle. We couldn't vote for a budget if we didn't believe that our voice was being heard and included.
In the Senate, the only no vote came from Rob Sampson, a Republican representing the 16th district.
This isn't it. It's more of the same. It's big government. It's too much spending and too much taxes for the Connecticut residents.
Others argue it does provide some relief, with historic income tax cuts over the next 2 years, the first in decades. Something Governor Lamont says will make Connecticut a place people want to move to and stay in.
Focused on the middle class, focused on working families. We're going to have lower tax rates than all the neighboring states around us. This is a place you want to be.
When it comes to spending, the budget includes a 2.5% increase for nonprofit providers, expands Husky coverage for undocumented children, expands debt-free community college, provides millions of dollars more for federally qualified health centers, and invests more than $240 million in public education.
We did put in a significant amount of money for K-12 education, especially in the second year of the budget. That's critically important because of all of the crisis we're seeing in our schools in the wake of the pandemic.
The budget stays under the spending cap and will deposit more than $3.3 billion into the state's rainy day fund.
An on-time, honestly balanced, bipartisan budget that keeps our positive momentum going for the foreseeable future.
And Governor Lamont did say today that he does plan to sign the budget when it does reach his desk. Ben?
Gabby, can you hear us now?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay, so here's the deal. Budget's not the only thing going on at the Capitol. What else is going on there tonight?
Yeah, it's a very, very busy time. While they're not racing against the clock for the budget, they are racing against the clock to get as much done as possible. The Senate behind me just voted on an environment-related bill, and the House downstairs is voting on an education-related bill right now. So still plenty to get done in these last 24 hours or so left of this legislative session. So we will keep you posted on all fronts. Live at the state capitol, Gabby Molina, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
The clock is ticking. Gabby, thank you very much. Well, also at the Capitol today, Governor Ned Lamont signed the state's biggest gun reform bill into law since the measures enacted soon after the Sandy Hook school shooting in Newtown. The bill significantly strengthens Connecticut's already strict gun laws. It bans open carrying guns in public and limits gun purchases to 3 per month for most people. The new law also expands the state's assault weapons ban, closing loopholes, and mandates the registration of all ghost guns. It also increases penalties for failing to report a gun was stolen and updates pistol permit training requirements. The legislation also builds on Ethan's law, requiring guns to be safely stored not just in homes where kids are, but for all situations.
We are following breaking news tonight in Virginia, where 2 people are dead and 5 other people are injured in a mass shooting following a high school graduation.
It happened in the state's capital of Richmond, outside of a theater that held that ceremony. Fox 61's Brent Harden joins us in the Breaking News Center with what we know so far tonight. Brent.
Jen and Ben, police in Richmond have arrested 2 suspects in that mass shooting this evening. The shooting happened outside Altria Theater near the campus of Virginia Commonwealth University. Richmond's police chief says officers heard shots fired at around 5:15 this afternoon. The city school district says the shooting happened in Monroe Park across the street from that theater, and the graduation ceremony was for Huguenot High School. Police also say at least 12 other people were injured or treated for anxiety due to the chaos after those shots were fired.
We had a total of 2 other individuals who either self-transported or transported by the ambulance authority to local hospitals with injuries other than gunshots. 2 of them were from falls. 1 was hit by a car during the melee, and 3 reported suffering from anxiety and were treated either at the scene or at a local hospital.
Now, Richmond Public Schools postponed a different graduation scheduled for this evening, and classes are canceled tomorrow. We'll bring you updates as soon as we learn more. Here in the Breaking News Center, Brent Harden, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station. Jen.
All right, thank you very much, Brent.
All right, very strange day out there. If you walked outside, smoke from wildfires up in Canada overtaking our air, making it hazy and smelling like smoke anywhere you went.
Yeah, so many of you sent in some wild pictures of the sun from this morning and just the way everything looked so eerie this afternoon. Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank joining us right now with more on where that smoke stands tonight and what we can expect for tomorrow.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Really just eerie out there, unsettling. Something about this is not right. This is the worst that the air quality can possibly be for us here in Connecticut, and you could experience it with all of your senses, by smell, by taste, and obviously you could see how hazy it was out there. The air quality now is not just unhealthy for sensitive groups, but as you might have put together today, it's unhealthy for all of us. Everywhere you see the red dots, and even very unhealthy in some areas as well. Taking a look at where we go from here, and you'll actually see that we still have that smoky sky outside for most of the overnight. We get a little break heading into tomorrow morning where you can actually breathe a bit easier, but then watch what happens as we head through the afternoon and the evening. Another plume of smoke comes in that will again reduce the visibility, reduce the air quality. For now, there is no air quality alert in effect for tomorrow, so the DEEP must be cautiously optimistic that the air quality is going to be a bit better. But I think they may decide to reevaluate come tomorrow morning, looking at observations and that smoke plume heading our way. So this is going to be another concern heading through the day tomorrow and even through later this week as well, although things will gradually start to ease up. We'll take a look. Full forecast coming up.
All right, thank you very much, Rachel. And as Rachel mentioned, those Canadian wildfires are hurting air quality across Connecticut this week.
That smoke not just making things outside look gray and hazy and eerie, as Rachel said, but it can also impact our breathing. Fox 61's Andrea Turner joining us in studio tonight. What are experts saying that we should do about all of this haze and smoke in the air, Andrea?
Well, you guys, it's almost like COVID-19 again. Wearing a mask is something that is really a big solution. But like they said, you may have walked outside today and thought, what in the world is going on? Well, I spoke with some experts and people across Connecticut about how this is also creating a buzz outside today.
The sun looks pretty in pink, but it's a little bit scary and concerning.
A day of hazy skies and the sun looking like it was in a constant sunset.
Just coming up Route 2 to come here, I just saw the smoke and couldn't see the Hartford skylines.
Smoke blanketing areas across Connecticut coming from residue from Canada wildfires. The National Weather Service issued an air quality alert for this area, noting the air quality could be dangerous for anyone.
So I could definitely feel it being outside.
But I don't feel affected by it.
No,
I can't smell it. I can breathe fine. My son-in-law said he wouldn't go outside after he came home from school. He said, I'm not going outside. It's terrible. So I guess it affects different people different ways. Yeah.
And experts say that the air quality does indeed impact people in different ways.
Patients who are otherwise healthy even still can experience things like, suddenly feeling like it's heavier to breathe, or it feels like it's heavier to breathe. Patients who have underlying conditions such as asthma or COPD, they are already functioning at a lower threshold with which their lungs may react to things like pollutants in the air. So they may experience things like wheezing or coughing more frequently throughout the day.
Although it wasn't a typical spring day, many people still enjoyed Mother Nature's playground, some with extra protection.
Even though I don't have any high risk, I'd rather not breathe it.
Just one of many ways experts say that you can protect yourself on poor air quality days like this.
Staying indoors, wearing some kind of filter to protect your lungs. If you have an inhaler, you probably want to find it.
Now, experts say also if you are experiencing difficulty with this for the first time around, this may be a very good time to call your doctor to check in to see if there are any underlying problems. In the studio, DeAndrea Turner, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
A good reminder, DeAndrea. Thank you very much. Well, new at 10, a man is in critical condition after he was stabbed in Hartford this afternoon. It happened on Babcock Street in the Frog Hollow section of the city just after 12. Officers found the man bleeding with a stab wound. Police say a person of interest was found and detained, but they haven't released any other details. Anyone with information should call Hartford Police.
Well, new at 10 tonight, Milford police are investigating after shots were fired on West Main Street. It happened around 2 o'clock this afternoon. Milford police tweeted out that they had a suspect in custody. No word tonight if anyone was shot or injured or why that person was taken into custody. Stay with Fox 61 for updates. We'll bring them to you as soon as we learn more.
And new details at 10. A man is fighting for his life in a hospital after he fell overboard in the Long Island Sound near Old Saybrook. Environmental Conservation Police with DEEP say it happened around 10:30 this morning, about 3/4 of a mile off of Cornfield Point. Crews were able to pull the man from the water and he was rushed to the hospital. A witness tells Fox 61 the man was unconscious when he was grabbed out of the sound, and first responders performed CPR for a while.
So it's definitely very humbling to come to such a serene, calm place and then in such a short amount of time experience such a traumatic experience.
DEEP also says the man was on a 20-foot boat with a woman before he fell in the water.
We have much more coming.